Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Fluent English Room, the podcast where we learn English the way people actually use it in real life. I'm Emily.
And I'm Paul. We are so happy you're here with us today. Whether you are listening at home, on a walk, or maybe while cooking, thank you for choosing to spend this time with us.
If you are listening today, I want you to take a deep breath. You are in the right place. Today's episode is especially for you if English sometimes makes you nervous, or if you feel like your mind goes blank when you have to make a choice in a conversation.
Before we dive in, just a small reminder. If you enjoy learning English with calm conversations and zero classroom pressure, make sure to subscribe to Fluent English Room. When you subscribe, you aren't just supporting us, you are supporting your own English journey.
Today, we are talking about 3 words that look small but can feel very scary for beginners: either, neither, and rather.
Many learners tell us, Emily, Paul, I see these words in movies, but when I try to use them, my brain freezes. They think, oh no, grammar rules.
But relax. Today, there is no grammar stress, no boring definitions, and no fear. We are going to treat these words like traffic signs for your conversation. They help the listener understand your choices and your feelings.
That's right. Good English is not about sounding smart. It's about sounding human. So let's start slowly and understand these words like humans, not students.
Let's start with either. Paul, how would you describe the feeling of this word?
To me, either feels like a fork in the road. It's about choice. It tells the listener option A is okay and option B is okay.
Exactly. Imagine we are at a cafe. I ask you, Paul, do you want tea or coffee?
You can say, either is fine.
That sounds very natural. It means I don't mind which one you choose. It's a very polite way to be flexible.
We often use it with the word or. For example, you can have either the blue shirt or the red shirt.
I love that because it keeps the sentence simple. Many learners try to make long, complicated sentences when they have to choose. They might say, I think I like the blue shirt, but maybe the red shirt is also good for me.
That's too much pressure. Just say, either one is fine. It's a confident, short answer. Remember what we always say, short answers are not boring, they are clear and strong.
Let's try a real-life situation. Imagine you are at a job interview. The manager asks, can you work on Monday or Tuesday?
An A1 learner might say, I work Monday, I work Tuesday. But a B1 learner can use our traffic sign. I can work on either day.
See how much more fluid that sounds? It shows you are flexible and confident.
Here's a secret for our listeners. Either can also be used at the end of a negative sentence. For example, if Paul says, I don't like cold weather, I can say, I don't like it either.
This is very common. It's a way to say me too, but for negative things. It builds a connection between two people. If we both don't like the rain, we feel like we understand each other. Now let's move to the word that scares people the most: neither.
Yes, learners often panic because it starts with that N sound, but neither is just the negative friend of either. It means not this one and not that one.
Let's go back to our cafe. If I ask, do you want tea or coffee, and you hate both, what do you say?
I would say neither, thank you. I'd just like water.
That is a very brave and honest sentence. Many learners feel they must say yes to everything because they are afraid to use negative words, but a clear neither is very helpful.
We use it with the word nor. For example, neither Jack nor Emma is at the office today.
But honestly, in daily conversation, we use it most often in short answers. Paul, let's practice that. I'll say something I don't like, and you agree with me.
Ready.
I don't like waking up early.
Neither do I.
Ooh, I love that. Did you notice what Paul did? He used that word do we talked about in our first episode. He said, neither do I.
This is a very human way to connect. If you say me neither, that is also okay and very natural in casual English, but neither do I sounds a bit more confident.
Let's try another one. I didn't watch TV last night.
Neither did I.
Excellent. He changed do to did because we're talking about the past.
This is why understanding do, does, and did is so important. They are the partners for words like neither. If you can use them together, your English starts to sound calm with less fear and more flow.
Now let's talk about rather. This word is very special because it's about preference. It's about what your heart wants.
We often use it with would. We say I would rather, or the shorter version, I'd rather.
This is a very polite and soft word. Remember how we said would have helps you sound emotionally intelligent? Well, would rather does the same thing for your choices.
Imagine a friend invites you to a loud party, but you are tired. Instead of saying, I don't want to go, which sounds a bit cold, you can say, I'd rather stay home tonight.
That sounds so much more respectful. You're explaining your feeling without being aggressive.
We use it to compare two things. I would rather drink tea than coffee.
Listeners, notice the word then. It's the partner for rather.
Let's look at a work situation. Your boss asks, do you want to finish this project now or tomorrow?
You could say, I'd rather finish it now so I can relax tomorrow.
That is a perfect B1 answer. It uses a confident word to explain a choice and a reason. It shows you have intention.
Paul, why do you think these three words help learners feel more like B2 or B1 speakers?
Because they move you away from the yes, yes, yes trap.
Oh, tell us about that.
When learners panic, they say yes to everything, even if they don't understand. But when you use either, neither, or rather, you are taking control of the conversation. You are making a choice.
That's so true. Using these words means you are reflecting on what you want. It's not just words, it's your opinion.
And remember, it's okay if you mix them up at first. If you say I rather instead of I'd rather, don't stop. Flow matters more than perfection.
Exactly. Making a mistake is not a crime. Even native speakers pause and correct themselves. If you catch yourself, just fix it gently. I'd rather go for a walk.
That small correction shows you are listening and learning. It makes you sound more human, not less.
Let's put these words into some real stories.
Good idea. Let's start with a social situation, meeting a friend for a movie.
Paul, do you want to see the action movie or the comedy?
Either one is fine with me. I just want to relax.
Well, I don't really like action movies.
Neither do I, actually. Let's watch the comedy.
Or we could just go for a walk in the park.
I'd rather do that. The weather is beautiful today.
See, in just a few seconds, we used all three words to make a plan. It felt natural, friendly, and nobody felt stressed.
Now let's try a work situation.
Paul, we have two meetings today, one at 9 a.m. and one at 4 p.m. Which one do you prefer?
Either time works for me, but I'd rather meet in the morning so we can finish early.
I agree. I don't like staying late at the office.
Neither do I. Let's meet at 9.
That is a professional, clear, and confident conversation. You used the words to show your consistency and effort.
Let's talk about mistakes learners make with these words, but with no fear.
A very common one is using either when you mean neither. For example, I don't like either of them.
This is actually correct, but some people say, I don't like neither, which is a double negative. In real English, we say, I like neither or I don't like either.
Don't worry if that sounds confusing. Just remember, either is for yes or choice, and neither is for no.
Another mistake is forgetting the would with rather. Learners say, I rather go.
To fix this, just remember the contraction, I'd rather. It's very short, very easy, and it makes you sound like a native speaker instantly.
And remember what we said about did. If you are talking about the past, your short answers change.
I didn't like the food.
Neither did I.
I wasn't happy with the result.
Neither was I.
Just like been needs a partner like have, these words need their partners to show the time.
Now let's do some confidence training. We are going to ask you some questions.
I want you to answer out loud using either, neither, or rather.
Don't worry about being perfect, just speak. Silence is the enemy. Question 1. Do you prefer tea or coffee? Pause for the listener to answer.
You could have said, either is fine, or I'd rather have tea.
Question 2. I don't like being stuck in traffic. What about you? Pause for the listener to answer.
I hope you said, neither do I, or me neither.
Question 3. Would you rather study English in a classroom or at home? Pause for the listener to answer.
Maybe you said, I'd rather study at home with Fluent English Room.
Oh, that would be a great answer.
Paul, as we come to the end of this episode, what is the most important thing for our listeners to remember?
That English is a journey, not a test. Every time you use a word like either or rather, you're showing growth.
Yes, growth is the real motivation. You might feel nervous today, but remember how you felt last year.
Did you feel more nervous last year?
Yes, I did.
Do you understand more now?
Yes, I do. That's the same way you should look at these new words. Today they feel a little strange, tomorrow they will feel a little better, and one day they will just come out of your mouth, naturally.
Communication is success. If you can tell someone, I'd rather have the blue one, and they give you the blue one, you have succeeded. You used your English to change your world.
We are so proud of you for staying with us and practicing. If you're listening alone late at night or during a quiet morning, just know that many learners feel exactly like you.
Before we say goodbye, let's summarize our traffic signs. Either, use it for choice, option A or B. Neither, use it for no, not A and not B. Rather, use it for preference, what you want more.
Use them slowly, use them simply. Slow, clear, and honest English is always the strongest.
If this podcast helped you feel calmer about these words, please take a moment to like this episode and subscribe to Fluent English Room. It really helps us continue making these friendly lessons for you.
Tell us in the comments, would you rather live in the city or the countryside? We love reading your stories and your practice.
And remember, you don't need perfect English. You just need to start speaking.
We'll keep learning together. See you in the next conversation.
Bye, everyone.
Take care. Bye-bye.